Hello, 8th grade. It is day number 3 of career readiness. And actually, before I get to the slides today, it should be a Monday. So on your stream of your Google Classroom, you should have a weekly planner. You have activity number 12. You're going to do interpersonal skills. You are going to have workplace scenarios. Activity number 3, and then an email thing on Friday, which is a 2-hour early dismissal. Anything from this week is going to be due by Friday, January 10th at 2:30 p.m. Also in your stream, you're going to see if you are missing work or not. Your missing work slide looks like this today. This today. Sorry. Last week was getting to know you, a pretest, and a want to learn. You could be missing one of those. You could be missing 2. You could be missing all 3. You should check your Google Classroom or your Skyward to see what is missing and get that turned in. The deadline is Friday, December 20th at 12:30 because it is an early dismissal day. So make sure you're checking that out and getting those things turned in before the break. All right, so now for today's lesson. Okay, so you're going to do a learning style survey today in Smart Futures just to see what kind of learner you are. I know it sounds kind of weird using the same words. But today you should be able to identify your learning style. And in Smart Futures, there are several. But your learning style is how you prefer to absorb or process, comprehend information, and also to retain it, so remember it. The 3 that you have are visual, which means you learn by seeing things. Auditory means you learn by listening, and kinesthetic means you learn by doing. Now, before I took the survey, I thought I was a very much kinesthetic or visual type of learner. Didn't think I did so well with auditory. The results may be surprising. It's also going to talk in the thoughts part today of study strategies you can use for each of your learning styles. If you're a visual person, you try and see that image, so visualize things that you hear or things that you read or are read to you. Auditory, you may use mnemonic devices like sound patterns or rhymes and jingles to remember information. I can still remember when I was in, I think it was 8th or 9th grade, 8th grade. It was 8th grade. That's when my teacher first used, or that I can remember, King Henry died, belly up, drinking chocolate milk. I still remember that. And what is that for? The kilo, hecto, deci, no, I guess deca. Anyway, I might not remember all that. I think I may have just lost the internet. If I did, I'm going to wait until this pops back up. Okay, hopefully this video still works. We just lost internet for a hot second, so we'll see. But King Henry died, belly up, drinking chocolate milk. Also, I remember my very excited mother just served us 9 pizzas, which doesn't really work anymore because Pluto is no longer a planet, but that stood for the planets in order. Anyway, kinesthetic, you might be a person that likes flashcards to arrange them into groups, show relationships between things. Now, this survey has 10 questions. It's going to break it down into percentages of what type of learner you are. It's also going to give you suggestions on what you can do to be successful. So, your results of the survey are going to help you with the thoughts part of your Smart Futures. If you're new here, we use a website called Smart Futures that gives us a career and college ready portfolio that is required by the State Department of Education. If you came from a school that had Smart Futures, everything that you've done should be kept in there. So that sometimes happens. But I'm going to actually open up your Smart Futures and show you what it looks like on there. Again, you don't need Chromebooks yet until I go through this. But you're going to go to the website smartfutures.org. And when you get to that website, there's a button up in the top right that says Portal. You're going to be clicking on that. You're then going to sign in with your Google account. And then when you get signed in, over on the left-hand side, you're going to be clicking on the word Activities. You should have 6th through 8th grade. And then you're going to scroll down. Learning Style Survey is number 12. You're going to go to number 12, and you're going to start. Yours has different words over here, and I can show you what all you would see. So some are completed, means done, you have finished it. You have the yellow or golden, which is you've started it, but you haven't finished it. It's in progress, which means I can't see what you've done. The gray one is it's not been started yet. And then the red one is flagged, meaning I have put a message on there. Most likely you don't have enough sentences in the thoughts, and I need you to fix it. All right. So, activity number 12. And those of you that used this last year, it looks a little bit different. There's a 2-minute and 33-second video. I'm going to go ahead and play that for you so everyone sees it.
Learning styles. How do you learn best? I wonder what we're doing in class today. I hope Mrs. Lawson streams a video. It's cool to watch and learn about all sorts of new things. Videos like that put me to sleep. I like when Mrs. Lawson talks about the lesson. It's interesting to hear what she has to say.
Ugh, not me. I don't like to sit in my chair. I like to get up and get moving when it comes to learning.
Well, you are all in luck. When I teach my lessons, I aim to meet everyone's learning styles.
Learning styles?
Learning styles? What's that all about?
Your identified learning style gives you an idea of how you learn best. We all learn using 3 modalities or ways of learning. Visual, learn by seeing. Auditory, learn by listening. And kinesthetic, learn by doing. In class today, we will take an inventory to see which modality is strongest for you.
Ah, I see what you're saying, Mrs. Lawson. I'm excited to try new study strategies. I hear what you're saying, Mrs. Lawson.
Let's jump on our laptops and get our hands on new study strategies.
A popular visual study strategy is to try to visualize things that you hear or things that are read to you. For those of you that are auditory learners, try this study strategy. Use mnemonic devices, rhymes, and jingles to remember information. And for those of you who find the kinesthetic study strategy to be the most appealing, I'd suggest that you use flashcards and arrange them in groups to show relationships between ideas. There are lots of great strategies to go along with each learning style. You can review study strategies to help you prepare for tests and learn new material. From everything I've heard you say, I bet you are a visual learner, you are an auditory learner, and you are a kinesthetic learner. Let's take the inventory and find out.
Brought to you by Smart Futures.
Okay, so whenever you get to your video and it's time for you to log on, you're going to start the video, drag it the whole way over to the right-hand side because you don't need to watch it again. You're then going to begin activity. You have the 10 questions, so you're going to go through all of your 10 questions, and then you will have your summary, which says your results. So I got 50% visual, 30% auditory, and 20% kinesthetic. If I look at those and I read through each one of them, it's going to give me a little more information about that learning style and things that would be helpful to me. So then from there, you'll go to your reflection. Your reflection is asking, what did you learn in the activity that will help you improve your school, work, and grades? Some things to think about. What is my primary learning style? What are my top 3 favorite learning style strategies? In what class or course will I try these strategies first? And finally, how will I use each of these strategies to study for an upcoming test? It gives you several things for you to write about. The expectation at the middle school is you will have at least 4 sentences in the thoughts. Minimum 4. I say it multiple times. It's in the directions for this assignment. If you don't have 4 sentences in the thoughts, I'm going to return it to you and tell you it needs to be fixed, and I'm also going to take off points because you didn't follow the directions. Once you have 4 sentences, making sure that you use capital letters and punctuation, you're going to complete activity. You'll get a badge, and wait for it, you'll get, whoop, ready confetti. Once you get that, you close out of this window and make sure you submit it in your Google Classroom. If you don't submit it in Google Classroom, I will not be checking it on Smart Futures. So make sure you do submit the assignment in the classroom with at least 4 sentences. All right, so you can go ahead and work on getting those Chromebooks out quietly so that you can still hear your entrepreneur of the day. Today you have Jeff Bezos, who started Amazon. He was the richest person in 2017, but Elon Musk surpassed him. He graduated from Princeton with electrical engineering and computer science degrees, and Amazon was started from his garage on July 5th, 1994. A garage. Look at it now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day.